I never thought I'd see her again. After everything, I thought I had left it all behind. Our life, our dreams, and the promises we made to each other. But a year had passed, and I was living a new life. Or at least, that's what I kept telling myself. It had been quiet, calm, everything I needed after the chaos she left behind. But that day, when the knock came at my door, everything changed. I was in the middle of making coffee when I heard it. A light knock at first, almost like hesitation, then a second, more urgent knock, as if she couldn't stand waiting any longer. My heart sank before I even opened the door. I knew who it was. I didn't need to look through the peephole. I hadn't heard her voice in months, but I would recognize it anywhere. When I opened the door, there she stood, just like I remembered, familiar, yet so different. Her hair was a bit messier than usual, and there was a vulnerability in her eyes that I hadn't seen before. She looked exhausted, like she hadn't slept in days. Her clothes were simple, but she still carried that air of someone who had been pretending to be strong for far too long. And then, I saw it. The baby in her arms, a tiny, fragile baby, wrapped in a soft blanket, eyes wide open, staring at me like he had no idea what was going on. My chest tightened. A part of me wanted to slam the door and walk away, but another part of me, one I hadn't let myself feel in a long time, wanted to listen, wanted to understand why she was here. "After everything, Jake," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, almost trembling. "Can we talk?" I didn't say anything at first. My mind was racing. This was the last thing I expected to happen after the affair, after I walked away, after everything she did. Why was she here? Why now? Finally, I stepped aside to let her in. She walked past me without saying another word, her eyes on the ground. I could feel the weight of the silence between us as we moved into the living room. She sat down carefully, holding the baby close to her chest, as if the little one was her only anchor in the world. "I know you probably don't want to see me, Jake," she began, her voice shaking, but I had no one else to turn to. I crossed my arms, trying to stay calm. "You think you can just show up here after everything, after what you did?" She nodded, not looking up at me. "I don't expect you to forgive me, not yet, but please, listen to me." I could feel the anger rising, but I kept it in check. "What do you want, Sarah?" She swallowed hard, glancing at the baby in her arms. "This is our son, Jake. His name is Noah." My stomach dropped. "Our son? How could this be possible? How could she have a child and I didn't even know about it? I hadn't heard from her in so long. The idea of her having moved on with someone else, having a baby, our baby, was too much to process. "You're telling me this is mine?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. She nodded, tears welling in her eyes. "I didn't know how to tell you, and I was too scared to come to you sooner. I didn't want to hurt you more, but I can't do this alone. I need your help." I stood up, pacing the room. "How could you keep this from me, Sarah? How could you not tell me about him? I have every right to know." I know, she said, wiping her eyes. "I was selfish. After everything, I couldn't bring myself to tell you. I thought if I just kept it all together, I could make it through. But I can't anymore. He needs you, Jake. I need you." I stopped pacing and turned to face her. "What do you mean, you need me? You've gone this long without me. Why now?" Her voice broke as she spoke. "I've made a mess of everything, Jake, and now Noah's future is at risk. I'm struggling and I don't have anyone left to turn to. I need you to help me. He needs a father. You're his father." I stood there staring at her. I could feel the tension in the air, the weight of the past still hanging between us. My heart was racing. I wanted to scream at her, to say that she had no right to come to me now, to ask me to fix everything. But I couldn't. For the first time in over a year, I felt something stir inside me, something I hadn't felt in so long. Responsibility. The silence between us stretched on until she finally spoke again, quieter this time. "I know you don't owe me anything, Jake. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm asking you, for his sake, please help us." I sat down slowly, trying to process everything. This wasn't the reunion I had imagined. It wasn't the closure I thought I needed. There was too much pain, too much distrust. But there was also a child, our child, a part of me. "I don't know what to do, Sarah," I said, my voice shaky. "I'm not sure I'm ready for this. I've worked hard to move on from you, to forget everything that happened." "I understand," she said softly. "I don't expect things to go back to the way they were. But maybe we can start over. For him. We can figure it out together. I don't want him growing up without you in his life." I looked at Noah, his little eyes locked on mine, innocent and unaware of everything that had led to this moment. I took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. "I'll help you, Sarah, for him, but don't expect me to forget everything. This is going to take time." She nodded, relief flooding her face. "I'll do whatever it takes, Jake. Thank you." As I watched her hold Noah close, I realized that my life was about to change once again. I didn't know what the future held or how this would play out. But one thing was certain: Noah was a part of me now, and I couldn't walk away from him, not again.